Hi, everyone. It's Peter Schwartz, Sports Bash at the Super Bowl here in Las Vegas. Sports Bash presented by TicketBash.com, and I am joined by former NFL great linebacker Shawne Merriman. Shawne, thanks for spending a few minutes for us here on Radio Row.
You got it, man. Thanks for having me.
You played a long time in the NFL. Could you ever have imagined there would be a Super Bowl in Las Vegas?
No, not at all, man. But, it's kind of getting everything warmed up. I'm a resident here, so just seeing F1 and all the bigger events come here now, it's now suitable, right, to have a Super Bowl here. A lot of sports, a lot of melting pot from people everywhere over the world, and it's become more of an entertainment capital, right?
Yeah.
And so it's cool to see all this happening here in one place.
I mean, there was a time where Las Vegas, sports-wise, was UNLV. It was arena football. There was minor league hockey. The Lakers would play an exhibition game or two in Las Vegas, have their training camp, and now you've got the NFL is here, the NHL is here. Baseball is coming, and I think we're going to have an NBA team here at some point.
Oh, yeah, for sure, in the next couple of years. And it only makes sense, right? I mean, you got I think everyone's seen the Raiders coming here doing well, and now the expansion is going to happen, So, who knows where this place is going to be in the next 5 years. I mean, so many people are migrating here from all over the country, and it's just only going to grow.
Radio Row, I'm sure you've been here a bunch of times before at previous Super Bowls. Isn't it amazing how this has grown into just a convention for the NFL?
Yeah, I think the best part for me personally is that, I do a lot of media and stuff like that during the season, and so it's a lot of radio calls, so you don't see everybody.
Yeah.
And, when you see people in person, it's almost you're putting a face and a name, right, to or voice together. And so, like, oh, yeah, you came on our show in Kansas City, during the season, so I get a chance to meet those guys in person.
How about your career? How happy were you with the way you played in the NFL for a long time and had a lot of success? How proud of you of your career in the NFL?
Extremely, man. To play on that level is hard, right? I mean, we all talk about how quick and short the career is of an NFL player, but to have the career that I had and the impact that I had, extremely grateful. And I think that the further you get away from the game, you start to appreciate it a little bit more, right? Because when you're younger, you're going through the fire, things are coming at you so fast, you're like, man, I want to slow down. Now you can look back like, man, I played with that guy, that Hall of Famer. I played against that guy. And so you really appreciate it the further away you get from the game.
I'm from New York, so I don't have an emotional attachment to it, but I was hurt as a football fan when the Chargers left San Diego to go to L.A. As someone like yourself who made your mark in San Diego, how badly did you feel for the fans when the Chargers left?
Yeah, I mean, look, I always feel for the fans, right? Because, that was their team. And, mind you, I got drafted at 20 years old. I was playing my rookie year at 21. So, I kind of, in a sense, became a young adult in San Diego. So, having those ties with the community, being close to everybody down there, and then moving. But the truth of the matter is, man, I play for the Chargers, right? No matter if they're in L.A., no matter they could have been the Vegas Chargers, they could have been, the UK Chargers. Didn't matter. I was always going to support the team. So, but my heart will always be in San Diego, man. That's always going to be important to me.
Okay, so we have this game on Sunday, Super Bowl 58. We've got the 49ers, and we've got the Chiefs, a rematch from the game from a few years ago. How does Shawne Merriman size up this matchup, and who do you like to win?
It's so hard to go against the Chiefs, man. It just is. And last year was a big telling for me. And I know Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback, but what he did last year on that bum foot, right, and icing the game with his legs on that hurt foot, with no number one wide receivers, no number one guys, and went out there and found a way to get it done. I mean, you can't go against teams and guys like that. So until someone knocked them off, you got to go with the defending champs.
How would you have tried to sack Patrick Mahomes if you were playing tonight?
You can get to him, man, but the thing is, he has this forgetfful memory, right? So if you got a sack on him, you hit him, he can load it up the next play and dial it deep or punch it in. So you're not going to stop him, right? You're not going to stop him. He's going to get his strolls. He's going to make his plays. He's the greatest, one of the greatest quarterbacks, in my opinion, that's approaching that GOAT level, especially if he goes out and wins this game. So you're not going to stop him, but you can do some things to contain him.
And I ask about Mahomes. I got to ask you about Brock Purdy, too, because here's a guy that was the last pick in the draft, and now he's playing in the Super Bowl. How impressed are you with him?
Very, man. And I know he gets a lot of slack, and people come down on him, but the truth of the matter is he's in the Super Bowl. He's playing Sunday. And I've never seen a quarterback that gets so much scrutiny that's playing in the biggest game on the biggest stage. So, he's doing exactly what he needed to do to get him here. So, regardless of game manager, elite, the guy is playing in the Super Bowl, and he should be respected as such.
Hey, Shawne, thank you so much for joining me on the program. Shawne Merriman, I'm Peter Schwartz. It's Sports Bash, presented by TicketBash.com. We're at Radio Row here at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. Stay with us all week for more interviews.